So Winston, I really like what I see. I haven't seen you in a match situation, but you have a great foundation. You hit 4 balls into the net out of about 25. The rest went in. I think maybe you hit 1 or 2 long, maybe they all went in. But I really like your distance between the ball and the net when the ball goes over the net. You get good depth, and you're getting not too much topspin, but you're getting enough to be effective and to hit a heavy ball. So I really like what I see. So let me feed some balls from here. Don't change anything. This should be easier as I give you more pace. Good. So remember the 3 things we talked about is you have kind of a pretty quick motion back. I can see where if you get a little late or a little stuck that your swing gets a little short. Now, the longer finish, meaning as the racket goes through the ball and around your body, that's what's going to control the ball. So make sure, don't be afraid to get that arm in the racket through the ball because that's going to give you more control. Okay, let's try a few more cross courts. Okay, good depth. That wasn't long. Nice shot. Okay. Nice. Okay, great. Kind of the focus here is I want to make sure that you use your full arm motion. It's like if you watched a player in the outfield throw the ball like this, they're not going to get the distance, they're not going to get the speed on the ball. So, I mean, that applies probably more to the serve. A lot of people let the toss drop low and they're making contact like this, but you're doing that on the forehand, so you've kind of gotten a little bit of a habit of swinging short arm here. So you can still hit a really good ball, but if you get in a tough player, it's a deeper, harder ball, you're in here, your balls are going to go short, or you're going to end up overcompensating and hitting them long. Because a little bit of you, it's your technique, is to hit it like this. And you've kind of ingrained that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but again, going back to old school, if you're hitting the ball with just a little flick of your wrist and your hand, you're not going to get the full power, you're not going to get the full control of the ball. So try to work on giving yourself time. Again, get that racket moving back as quickly. As soon as, before the ball bounces on your side, you need to be in the proper place. Footwork and racket preparation. And I've noticed if we isolate on you, a lot of the forehands you hit with the weight going back. So look at my racket angle. As I go back, look at the racket. So it's pointing up. So then you have to compensate more to try to keep it in. You don't want to get into that position. So give yourself a little more time. Probably the best thing you can do to avoid this is to make sure your shoulder and your arm are relaxed. Don't tighten up too much. I can see that you're like this. Your right shoulder is up high, so that means you're tight. You need to stay relaxed. And you watch the players, they shake their hands, they loosen up to remind themselves that they're going to be able to hit the ball with more spin, more power if their arm is loose. If you watch the pros on tour, they do exactly what you did all the time. They're always bouncing. They're up on their toes to remind themselves to take those little, I call them adjustment steps. So even like a lot of people have trouble with the ball right at them. A guy like Roddick has really perfected that inside out forehand. So if he moves here, he can still hit it out that way. But I see a lot of players come out here with the hardest ball. They hit a great ball on the run, but the ball that comes right at them, they don't know what to do with. I mean, I had a player that achieved, top 30 ranking in the world, and he could run and hit a ball that bounced barely over the net, hit a winner or over that corner, but when I'd hit him a slow ball right at him, he had no idea what to do with it. He couldn't get out of the way of the ball. So that's a really important thing, to have your footwork so you can adjust this way as much as moving to the ball. Does that make sense? Okay. Great. So tennis to me is a game of memory. Remembering the good shots. So if you're warming up and you hit a forehand that feels really good, I want you to try to focus on that, stick that in your computer, in your mind, and just repeat that shot. So that's what the pros say when they all, my timing felt good, I felt good rhythm. They hit some good forehands and they just said, I'm just going to keep hitting it the same way and just try to emulate that stroke. Hit it the same way. I don't know if that kind of makes any sense, but you hit 3 really good ones. So we took a break. So let me hit 3 more and let's see if we can do the same thing. Try to visualize what I just said. Just visualize the way you hit it, how it felt, and then do it again. Good. Good. Great shot. Very, very good.